this is going to be a process video for Off the Board with Pineapple Papers. So here's the thing. She does this in July. It is July 2nd when this goes up. And in July, she always does one a day. Just before I get started here, I am doing Nikki Rowland's. That is my Pinterest board. I found it on there. I love Nikki Rowland's. I watch her all the time. So I will explain how she does this, and then I'll get into what I'm doing here. So Off the Board in July, and then every last Wednesday of every month, we find a Pinterest board and we do it. Well, I am going to officially do, hopefully I can keep everything straight on Tuesdays, and so all Tuesdays and all of Wednesdays, I am going to do Off the Board. My goal is to do Off the Board normal on Tuesdays, and then on Wednesdays get 5 of my Christmas, December dailies done. That's my goal. That is what my plan is. That is what I'm trying to do, and I feel like I'm going to stay pretty consistent. So with Pineapple Papers Off the Board, she does a playlist in July. So all of our links and stuff will be on this playlist. So you click on the playlist and everything about Off the Board will be there for the month of July. So that'll be down in the links below. So getting back to the layout that you see here up in the corner, it is from Nikki Rowland. It is Simple Stories. Now what I am doing is that she has one photo that's square by square. I am going to use this photo of my house, of the second house. Now long ago, for Spiegel Mom Scraps, I did the very first set of photos of the house that we were supposed to get. Like the house that we were supposed to have, we signed on it, all of that. This is the side-by-side to my journey of this house, of where I am now getting this house, and this is what we had to sign up for. This is the one that was available for us due to windows. Back during the C word, all of that. Windows was very hard to come by, and D.R. Horton is the company that is the builder, and they had a hard time getting in the windows for this new selection of houses that they put in Augusta, North Augusta area. So with all of that being said, this is the house that we ended up getting at the end of March. If you don't know, it's a long story. I do talk about it in my other one, and about just everything along with it, on why we had to not be able to wait for the other house and all of that. And I do actually write quite a bit of journaling on this one. The distressed ink that I am using there is persimmon, so it's like a cinnamon color. And then the collection that I am using is the Cartabella Home collection, and let me tell you, it is so boho, so everything, so me, and I absolutely love it. My whole thing about this is, while I put my blood, sweat, and tears into that other house, get it exactly the way I wanted it, because I knew that that was going to be our last home that we had, and all of that. And then we got to this house that I couldn't change a single thing. It was already there. There was no changing of things. And the reason being is that we would have never been able to finish on the house in time. And then that changes everything. Long story short, military has an end date. And because my husband's end date was 13 months prior, you have to do 13 months prior to his actual date of end of service when he's retiring. That put a monkey wrench into when we can move into a house. We were setting good up until windows in January, and then we're like, nope, we're gonna have to find a new house. And so at the end of January, we had to go looking, and this house was not for sale. This actually had an owner, and I explained it in the journaling. This owner, the prior owner to this house, got very rude, very nasty towards my realtor that we use for D.R. Horton. They have realtors on staff so that you don't have to go look for one. You can, but you don't have to, because they have one. And that's the one thing I like about D.R. Horton. And the the manager over the sales department said, nope, we're not going to deal with this. We're not gonna, like, they're very rude and obnoxious. We have this family that's more than willing to move in and do everything that they need, that we can do everything and get this closed. And so we had to wait. We didn't get to sign our papers until, like, the pre-papers saying that we're gonna pre-own this house, and then we have to close everything out at the end of March. We didn't get this until the 23rd of February. And so it was a lot. We were worried that we were going to have to drop down on cost and drop down because Josh at the time did not have a, like, set job afterwards to be able to use because he was still in the military. That's how the VA works. It is what it is. We if you are military, you know this is just how it works, right? So we had some blood, sweat, and tears into this one. We didn't know if it was going to work. We were pushed to the rim. Luckily enough, we ended up in the house. We absolutely love it. And it was, it's a story to be had. So sorry for the glare of the lights and stuff. I am at a crop, obviously. This is one of those layouts that I did while I was there. And I was even when I was doing this layout, while I was writing this, I had to take a break. I stepped out, and Bree was like, what's going on? And I said, I don't know. It just, the house, doing this photo of my house, it hit me just a little bit differently. Not that I don't love my house, because I do. I'm turning it into my own. We've been into it now 3 summers. This is our 3rd summer in it. I absolutely love what we have done so far. We're still working on a bunch of different things, just because we're waiting on D.R. Horton. There's some stuff in our yard that needs to be done. And I absolutely love our house. Like, I wouldn't change it. Like, I've been doing a lot. I love my scrappy space. I've never had this much space before. Just all those things. But it brought the realization of what the housing market does to people. Let's just put it that way. It was, wow. But anyway, getting back to this, make sure that you go check out everybody that's linked down below. That playlist will have who has already done it on the 1st. This is obviously the 2nd of July. So just make sure that you go check out everybody. Make sure that you are liking and subscribing to everybody that is doing this. If you're coming from one of theirs, welcome. I'm so glad to have you. I normally upload between 2 to 3 times a week, do collaborations, design teams, all of that fun stuff. This is where I am doodling, or not doodling, but I'm writing in my, like, hopes and dreams of this. The title down and below saying, hello, how are you doing? That is why I wanted this on this. And then the one up on top, it says, home is not a place, it is a feeling. And it is let me tell you, it's a feeling, because this was a lot. So you can tell that I really wrote a lot of journaling, and you guys know I don't do a lot of journaling. So I needed to do some journaling because I felt like this needed it. And I normally don't. You guys know I normally don't, but I had to. So here I am. I'm just placing down the last bits and bobs of what I wanted on here. I really love how this turns out. It's a feeling that you need to do. Like, I am a very much everydayer. Whatever photos I take every day, that is what I'm posting on my layouts. That's what I do for my layouts. And you have to post your everyday moments, whether they're good, bad, or the other. If you get anything out of this layout, do your everyday stuff, your bad, your good, your ugly, everything, because that is your life. And that don't just do the good stuff. Do the ugly, do the bad too, because you need those in your life as well, because not everything is perfect. And I'm tired of everybody thinking that everything needs to be perfect, and it doesn't. Because this is one thing that I can tell you that was not. So the still shots are coming up. Make sure that you like and subscribe to everything that's linked down below. All of that good stuff. The still shots are here. I hope that you guys are all staying safe. Have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.